First of all, you'll have a printer with all the ports in the back. It will come with a brick power supply. Cable that'll come with the printer is this cable. This is called a printer cable, but it's an RS-232 printer. It's got a 25-pin connector that will go into the back on the 25-pin connection. As well, it has an RS-232, which will go into the point of sale. Over here, you'll get a point of sale terminal, and what will come with that is a power supply. And you've all seen bricks before. This is your typical brick, except for this plugs into the point of sale terminal. Scanner that only has one cable. So you have one cable with an end that will go on to the scanner, and then the other end, the RS-232, will go to the point of sale terminal. This is a thermal printer. Again, you have a power cord that will be plugged in the back, this plugged into a wall, and then your typical printer USB port, which goes into the point of sale, and the other end of which goes into the printer. Always have a screwdriver with a small star, or what's that called, a Phillips? Yeah, Phillips. There will be two screws here and here, and you can simply just unscrew them. This whole back panel comes off. Often you don't have to take that back panel off. Most of it will fit through this little hole, but for today we're showing you this taking the panel off. So for example, this is the power supply. That'll come through the back, right? And then if I open up the front, for simplicity, we're just going to turn this terminal off. So from the back, you will have this little green receptacle, which goes down. The flat part goes down, and it's a little, it feels kind of funny when you're putting that in. It never, to me, feels like it's on there properly because it has that little sleeve over top. But push it in, and when you try to pull it out, you'll notice that it's in there correct. This terminal is ready to go. I can simply take the other end and plug it in to the wall, right? Now the power switch for this unit is right here, right? By pushing the power and holding it for a few seconds, you will see a light come on here, and then the power will continue. Right? By pushing the power and holding it for a few seconds, you will see a light come on here, and then the power will continue. Printer, we'll turn the printer upright so you can see the ports. And again, here's the printer cable. I mean, you can't go wrong. This is the printer cable. You have to place it in so it fits properly. Female to male. Once it's in, a couple of twists, and you're good to go. Now the other side of the printer is the power, right? This, again, if you look at that, you can see there's a little indicator that the flat part goes down, this flat part. Okay, so the printer's in. So, again, this end goes into the wall. This end goes to the computer. Again, we can place it through the back of the computer and feeding it through the front, tilting the point of sale up so you can see this. This goes into COM port 2. See COM port 2? Again, that is a male, this is female. It always looks like it's going in upside down to me, but who am I to argue? Okay, so you can do a couple of twists on each side. Maybe take a screwdriver and screw it in, but it's kind of nice to just leave it at fingertip so that people can take it off if they need be without a screwdriver. Okay, so now we have the printer plugged into the point of sale terminal, and we have the power plugged into the wall. The only thing you need to know is how to turn it on. Click, it's turned on. you'll see lights up here indicating that the power is on. Next thing is the scanner. The scanner is pretty simple to do as well, but what's nice about the scanner is you only have the one cable to deal with. Okay, this cable, this goes to the point of sale, this goes to the scanner itself. So if you see inside the scanner, I did like so, you can see that, plug it in till you hear the snap. Once you hear the snap, then you're ready to go. The other end, again, goes through the back of the point of sale terminal up to the front. Now we'll tip the terminal over so you can see that. And that goes into what port, Andrew?
COM port 1.
COM port 1. Heard that wasn't too hard. There, so now we've got the scanner. We have the printer. And everything is good. This cable is the typical cable that comes with a debit card, credit card terminal. It'll have an RS-232 port on one end, and it'll have a jack very similar to the scanner jack, but that'll go into the bottom of your debit card terminal. This end, like all the rest of them, will go through the back of the terminal, out through the front, and I'll tilt this over so you can see. And this goes to COM 4, always goes to COM 4. All right, and again, you'll see male and female, and you place it in like so, and you screw it in. Good? Good. So now we've connected the printer, connected the scanner, and we've connected the debit card terminal. On tagging terminals, you're going to receive a printer, and of course, it has a power cord, and I think you've all seen this before with electronics, but there's a power cord and the other end goes into the wall. And the printer cable is typical printer cable, USB. Will go into this port right here, and again, to the point of sale terminal. Through the front, and I'll tilt this up so that you can see it. And it'll be in USB 1.